Hey guys, how are you? Well, in this video we're going to talk about some of the fundamentals of tango music in the guitar. First of all, a brief piece of history for those of you who don't know much about tango music. This music was born in the late 19th century, but it grew up in the first half of the 20th century. The guitar was there from the beginning. But when the standard formation of tango orchestra was settled around 1920, the guitar was replaced by the piano. But it will continue to develop in the form of guitar quartets, guitar trios, or comping singers, or playing in chamber formations and playing solo as well. In fact, the group that played with Carlos Gardel, the most important tango figure ever, was a guitar trio. Now, around the 60s, the electric guitar will be incorporated into some groups and formations of tango, thanks to nothing less than Horacio Salgán and Astor Piazzolla, who would incorporate this instrument into their own groups and formations. But now, how do we play this music in the guitar? Well, I will show you the three most important rhythmic and comping aspects and how to use them in the guitar. First of all, Marcato. Marcato is the rhythmic foundation of this music. It's made entirely of quarter notes with a strong accent on the 1 and the 3. Let's check it out. So, accent in the first and third beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's almost a staccato with a strong accent. Focus primarily in the low range of the strings, and you will try to mute a little bit the strings near the bridge with the side of your hand, similar to metal music. Only that in tango the wrist must have a wider range of motion. You need to play with the gravity. The other important thing is the position of the fingers, of the right hand fingers. You can play with your thumb. Here the sound is warmer, right? You can play with the pick. Here the sound is sharper. Or you can play with your index finger in this position. And the other fingers are doing like a sweep. But it still needs to feel strong, like a punch, but not noisy. It's not this. You must control it. It's controlled and rhythmic. Something very common is to use a glissando in the fourth beat, playing a cluster and sliding this cluster into the chord of the first beat. For example, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second, 3, 3, 2. This is a really common rhythmic structure that you can find in a lot of different music, from Radiohead to Latin music. And now in tango. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and. We have 8 eighth notes into 3 groups. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and. And this has been expressed in a variety of forms, but I will show you the two most important. First one, milonga. Also called bordoneo because the thumb is playing the bass, okay? And the thumb will play 3-3-2 in the bass, and notice that the first note is the tonic, then then the sixth of the chord, and finally the fifth. Of course, you can change the intervals. This is the most common in milonga. And meanwhile, the index and middle fingers mark the subdivision with the whole arpeggio. Now, 3-3-2 is a very common style in Piazzolla's music. The idea is to get a clean and full sound strumming down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Third, syncopa. Syncopa means syncopation, and there are a lot of different ways to play syncopa in tango music. I will show you only the most common in the guitar. This is the most common syncopa in guitar, and it's called syncopa with arrastre, with the glissando. So you have 1, 2, 3, and. This time the glissando goes in the last eighth note before the first beat, not in the last quarter note like we saw before, okay? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and. 1, 2, 3, and. The arrastre must have a really strong accent, and it's better to play it in the low register. Then after the arrastre you have 4 strokes: low, high, low, high. The first and second one are stronger, and the last 2 are softer. You can change the register even more. Well guys, that was it. I will continue uploading videos showing you how to play solo tango music, how to do reharmonizations, how to play with a singer, how to improvise. So please subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye bye.